And tide wait for no Your man, team is picking. Nor girl.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Rick Sports. Today, we are going to have another exciting match in the Victory Arena Season 2. Today is the round 2, day 1, and this is the match 3 between Phobia Esports versus Umarok. The Phobia Esports is on the blue team's blue side, and the Umarok is at the red side. So, I guess we missed the drafting phase in terms of the voiceover. So, with me is going to be Sanchit or Head joining in a few seconds. So the ban is as follows: the Haya, Zukshin, and Soyu from the team blue side, as well as the Khalid, Eve, and Joy from the red team side. Bani being picked by the
The
blue team
ultimate your
in the
team is
first
picking.
priority pick itself. So that's going to be a very interesting match between the red and the blue team. And on the red team side, we see a Beatrix and Gato as a priority pick, which is a bit weird considering that Beatrix can be picked late. And if they were going to pick a Sicilian, they should have picked a Sicilian by now. The blue team side looks a little bit tanky with that Hilda and Hylos, and I am amazed that both the
Hope will
teams have
find
not
a way.
picked the
Even
new
when
hero
all is
Lucas.
forlorn.
It's out there. I guess people might have already um, used it in the rank or the classic games by now. And
Absolutely, Ifrit. I
I see
don't.
Sunny
Mhm.
joining in. That's
Yeah,
nice. How are you, Sunny?
I'm fine, Ifrit. How are you?
Only love at
I am
night
Your
good.
team
I'm
are
is
good.
banning.
everlasting.
So, how
And
was
that
your day?
Sicilian ban, that's coming a little late. But still, a
Yes,
Sicilian is a Sicilian. And about my
Sicilian
dad,
is.
it was good. Like, it's a bit hectic to a couple of tournaments there. I still managed to make some time.
That's nice to hear. That's nice to hear. Luckily, we had a very different timings today because of the team's schedule. So I guess it gives you a bit of breathing space, I guess.
Absolutely, Ifrit. And let me just ask you the main question. Who's your favorite team out of these two?
See, Phobia and Umrock both were
Still waters
very
run
solid
deep.
Your
teams in their
team is
respective
banning.
games. So I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to keep an open mind and judge them with their drafts. And from what I see, banning two mages from the red team side is something that I would not have done. At least not an Eve, maybe a Sicilian and something else.
Like, the phobia is on blue, right? The team with the
The
fanny.
Phobia is on the blue. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm loving those picks. They have a Fanny, they have a Hilda, they have Hylos. Such a strong early game. They can easily go for, invade. And on the same side, the team Umrot only has a certain, that Beatrice, that damage dealer. Surely she will
Experience
be a
gave
problem,
Your
me a
team is
suffering.
banning.
but that Fanny
And we
won't let her
see a
live.
Ranger ban, Sunny. That's something that should have been banned by the blue team side as well, considering that Granger can hyper. So, in the enemy side. So, this is going to be interesting. And coming back to your point of invading, considering that they have a Hilda and a Hylos, they should invade. It's not a question of if
Your
they should
team
invade,
is
they
picking.
should invade, and that Fanny should be able to steal a buffer too.
Definitely. I think she should just go after taking her blue buff. Like, we still
Yes,
haven't seen a
Sunny.
hyper. A Soyu hyper might be a good here. A Soyu is banned. My bad.
I think a Lance Hyper would be good
A
since the
Lance or
Lance
an Alpha. Like, they
Alpha
need
they
that
have banned.
sustain, they need that damage. Alpha is also banned. Ooh.
Yes, the red team has, the blue team has played it very well, considering that they have two heavy hitters over there. So they
Those
need to
are
ban
some.
that Alpha.
Yeah, those bands are solid, man. They knew what, you know, they knew what can break them in the team composition right here, and they banned that.
Exactly. And I am also looking at those two revitalize,
Your team is
and
picking.
and that Alpha ban is going to bite them in the ass because we have a Fedrin, but
I've been waiting for too
again they
long.
countered it with a carry, and the carry buffed carry is very 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 good. What say you, Sunny?
Carry, I'm loving her after the buff. Like the amount of damage she dishing out, and a Fedrin against a Fedrin hyper. If they pick a savior right here, I think the amount of damage they will be putting out in the battlefield would be insane. A Fanny, a savior, and a carry against such a tanky front lane as a Hilda and a Hylos.
Yes, but don't forget the Xavier and Carey should be at the proper
This
position at
time,
all times.
the
Otherwise,
choice
that
Your
is
team
Beatrix
mine.
is
or
picking.
that Kato can target them easily. And we see a Kufra ban, sorry, a Kufra pick maybe over here. So it's going to be very, very, very interesting if they pick Kufra because that will counter that Fanny. Or will we see something like Belric? I don't think Belric is a good idea over here because of Carry's true damage.
Carmilla can work here with a good connect. That's a bell rate.
Yes,
Are
agreed,
they
agreed. They
going
are
for
still
it,
debating
countering that
about it.
Hylos or something?
That Hylos needs to be countered by the mage. They should be building anti-heal at the first chance they get. So mage's item should be glowing wand and both the tanks not Gato maybe, but at least Belric should build that dominant size over there. And maybe that Beatrix can build Sea Halberd, though it will affect her scalability because she needs the damage.
Absolutely. If let's just see how it goes. That the team phobia is looking really strong right now.
Yes, with two Revitalize and a Purify, the Xavier is trying to get out of that Gatos and Belric's ulti and even Vixana's stun for that matter. And I believe that Fedrin also has a taunt in his skills. So it's good thing that they popped in a purify. At least one of them will be safe. And see that seasonal championship trophy coming in, looking cool over there.
Ooh, the phobia team just looking stronger and stronger time by time.
Yes, and I remember how dominating they were in the previous game. So was Team Umarok. So it's going to be an interesting match. I hope their fans are watching in the chat and supporting their teams. I'm
Welcome to
coming back to
Mobile
that
Legends!
chat. Jesus Christ is saying I need some
5
gat on
seconds till
my
the enemy
birthday.
reaches the battlefield.
I want to know
Smash
what
them!
is a gat. Sorry for being that
Ultra
old, Jesus
deployed!
Christ. Kavika out there saying Phobia Sport global player. That's nice. And it seems that Kavika is supporting Phobia with that easy win message
I've
out
heard a
there.
lot of phobia fans in the chat as well.
Yes, yes, yes. I remember that Chaos TZ doing good in the previous match. So let's see what she brings to the table on this game. So Fanny going in for the blue buff.
That Xavier stacking is passive.
Hi
Yes, look
guys,
at that.
this is Shaurya. I'm joining in with Ifrit and Sunny. Hi guys, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty fine. What about you, Shaurya?
All good, all good. I just saw the both of the sides picks, and both have chosen like a pretty good combo, to be honest.
Sunny, so Sunny and Shaurya, don't forget that we just saw a very early gank on Vixana. Vixana barely making it out alive with that Hilda marking her as well as that Xavier. That flicker has been popped in from her. So let's see what they can do. The red team is trying to gank that carry, but that carry uses a dash to flicker away. And see that carry waddling away to her minions over there. And do we
Yeah, you feed that carry early game, and he'll deal true damage, a lot of true damage, as she is buffed as well.
Yes, sure. I completely agree that, well, carry is buffed, but don't forget, as I mentioned earlier, positioning matters a lot in this game for an MM and mage. So it's going to be a tough call. We see a 2v1 going on in the bot lane, and it's going to turn into 2v2. That Gato and Hylos getting that early damage from each other, but both being safe. Both the tanks from the team red side are low, so Fanny can ideally, kill them, but Fanny being in the top lane is not going to do anything over here.
Yeah, it was a very good follow up by the blue team.
Agreed, agreed, sure. And I think there will
And
be
I
no
believe,
contest
Ifrit, I
over
believe
here.
that Carry is a very good pick against this team as they have Fredrin, they have Belric, they have Gatotkaga, they have three tanks, and to melt these kind of players you need. And that was a turtle fight, and we have Fanny slaying Fredrin. The red team
Double kill.
has two down, the blue team also has two down. It's an equal fight.
An equal fight it might be, but the goal says a different story. The blue team is ahead in golden because of that um, two kills, one being the Fredrin, another being the mage. So that's something to keep an eye out on. And don't forget that Fredrin did steal that turtle, even though the Fanny tried its level best. So that's what happens when you have something that is so tanky. Fanny cannot kill it. So I think the red team was going with the tanky lineup in order to deal with Fanny.
100%, 100%. As Fanny is also nerfed in the last update, she consumes a bit more mana now as compared to the last one. And we have an initiation and one. Oh, that was a pretty good slain from the blue team.
Look at that carry going in on the Beatrix. See that fast hand from carry, and she flickers away over there.
Yeah, Carry
We
Carry
see.
has a very good map awareness. I'm seeing he's been participating in every fight till now.
Yes, sure. So I think the tie will be the key to winning this game against Team Omarok. But then again, if they miss any opportunity, like um, even one good fight, Team Omarok can win this game. Look at
Oh,
that,
yeah.
Hylos and Hilda providing that vision, kiting those enemy heroes, and keeping a close eye on what they are doing, providing good vision to that Fanny over there.
Oh yes, if it, and look at that teamwork from look at that follow up from the blue team and the Totaka
That
uses ulti but no luck and so far there's no slain. We can see a good fight but no slain and we can see the whole blue team except Carry in the bottom lane and the red team as well. 4 versus 4. And Fanny goes for the kill of Belric and Vexana. It's a double kill for Fanny. That was an intense fight and a very good timing from to enter and exit the fight from Fanny. He saw they were low and she entered and delivered.
I completely agree with you. I think this will be an easy turtle for the Team Blue. It was looking like the red team would take turtle, but we have 1-to-1 turtle ratio over here with Carry pushing that top lane, so the turret is in the favor of Team Blue as well as the goal with almost 4k hitting so soon. I see that Rishabh is saying, hey, Rishabh, and Jesus Christ has says, Fanny not good. Well, in my opinion, the Fanny is okay-ish because I don't see multiple cables out there, but it's getting the job done. So what's there to complain as long as the job get done? What are your thoughts on that, Shaurya?
I mean, yes, if Fanny can kill the Fredrin at the crucial time of the turtle, the first turtle, and
See that
she was
Hilda. I'm sorry to cut you out, Shaurya. See
but
that team fight with Hilda.
yes,
Hilda
that is an
almost got
intense
that
team fight.
main.
And we can
And
see the
she
blue
killed
team
it
targeting
herself.
Fredrin. Fanny got the Fredrin and
Double kill.
Fanny got the Belric as well. Again, she's gotten the Belric twice in the last 3 minutes now. And she's trying to tell the red team that no matter how tanky you are, I will attack you right when it is required.
Yes, sure. But that team fight was very good, and the Fanny is in bot lane trying to take out Gatokacha, or at least try to, push that lane somehow. She's chipping away the Gatokacha's HP while the team Blues Mage and the MM try to take the blue buff and rotate to the lane. So this will be an easy lane for the team blue because Katokacha retreated even though the backup is following. I think this will be GG's for the red team. And the turtle is going to spawn in almost 4 seconds.
Oh yes, and the carry has taken the first turret of the bottom lane, and I just really like it how Xavier and carry are moving together because Xavier can stun and carry can deliver with the attack speed any tanky hero in front of them.
Yes, but
And
that
look at that
carry
team
is in
fight.
trouble. That carry is gone down by Beatrix, and that Hilda is going to get a double killed by Beatrix. Beatrix pops on the Wind of Nature at that crucial moment. Hylos still trying to follow up, but I think this will be a bad choice on his part because he's outnumbered 4 versus 1. That Fanny is going to take a
And
kill of Beatrix, perhaps. No, she flickers away.
that was a very nice try from Fanny, but I guess due to the all of the members of the red team being there, she couldn't just target that Vexana.
I agree with you. And the Fedrin is trying to take his blue buff. So if you look at the goal difference between them, it's just 4k. It's not much. And the kill difference is also 4 in favor of Team Blue at the moment. As well as the turret goes, they have 3 turret advantage as of now. That being the Team Blue. I think they're going to set up for the Lord at the moment because look at that Hilda waiting patiently in that bush.
Yes, that Hilda is patient, and I agree with you. They're gonna set up for the Lord because they're in ahead in the gold lead, and they have nothing to fear now. They just can't afford to lose team fights. The blue team can't be losing the team
Okay,
fights
okay,
as the
Shaurya,
like
I
the
have
last one. And we
cut
can see
you
a
off.
team fight again,
Yes,
but
Shaurya, the team fight, but it wasn't any fruitful team fight over there. I would like to also point out that if you see the different builds of the players over here, as I said, the team red should have some dominance eyes as well as glowing wand out there. It seems that only one person has bought any type of anti heal on their side, team red
yeah,
side. So it's bit boring, I would say, because this is going to drag the team fights and this is
hundred
giving the
percent,
early game
100%.
advantage.
I agree with you. One dominance ice at least is required from the red side. Only Beatrix has made the Sea Halbert, which is the anti heal, and against such a tanky. Not such a tanky side, but at least Hilda and Hylos, and we can see
That carry
Gatot
dishing out the
Kacha
damage
struck. Gatot Kacha slain,
and
and the red team is lacking. And that repetitive ult from the Xavier is annoying.
Killing
And look at
spree.
that. Look at that Beatrix goes. That carry goes down. Now it's twice now we have seen Efrith that the Beatrix is slain carry.
yes, and that will affect the gold because there must be some bounty points over there to help the team red. And the goal
No.
leads extends to almost, well, it's still 4k somehow. And the Lord is marching down from the bottom lane, and the top lane turret is going to be defended by Beatrix with Fedrin and Belric ganking, trying
It is
to take out that Lord.
and we can see yet another initiation from Hylos, and Hylos is outnumbered. We can see a 3v4, a Belric ulti, and
And that
this is
Batokata has done a very good job with that ult connecting into 2 people over there. But Batokata will be taken down by Carry because of the damage. That's another massive kill by Carry on Fedrin. She is just melting people down left, right, and center.
we can see the attack speed and the true damage from Carry now. Look at how she melted Fredrin. I mean, that is intense.
Completely agreed with you, Shaurya. I think the red team should regroup and just defend for now and increase their goal lane. So if you see the blue team side, the gold is quite evenly distributed, whereas on the red team side, the Beatrix has the highest gold, and the rest of the team is not having enough gold. I think the gold distribution should be equal for a team to have a good team fight. You cannot have one player exceeding a gold limit and then other players falling behind. And I think there will be a gang at the top lane.
Oh yes, definitely. We can see an initiation from Hylos, and he is outnumbered yet again. But still, he's taking on the fight. He's not stopping, and we can see a follow up from Hilda. And look at that lane from Xavier. I mean,
Beatrix.
that that ult from Xavier was intense, and we can see one side has one down, the blue side and the red side has two down, and the blue side is continuously winning more fights, and they're farming well, they're taking fights well, they're ahead in gold. I believe that one lord, this lord can just shape the game for the blue side, and they can go for the victory.
They can go for the victory, but don't forget that Beatrix has a very good lane creating ability, so it might be a bit tough for the blue team side, considering that Xavier is going to be in the back lane and Gatukacha will be ulting properly over there. See that butterfly lanterns effects going on throughout the map over here. It looks beautiful to watch. However, the enemy might be feeling the brunt of that butterfly lantern.
Oh yes, this new item has a significant effect, as well as the damage output
Yes.
is a lot.
Oh, Shaurya, I just saw the team red doesn't have any magic defense when Xavier is dishing out that much damage.
I mean, it's unbelievable to see that they did not even make a anti-heal like Dominance Dice, and now we were seeing
They
that,
have
and we can see a
very
team
strong.
fight now. Carry was down, and from the red side we can see four people down. And as I told you, Ifrit, when they started the Lord, that this can shape the game for the blue side, and it has. They've taken a nice fight, and they can end it easily without any problem.
Yes, Shaurya, this is a very good game from Phobia Esport. They gave Phobia to Team Umarok over there, and I think this will be the end of the game. Phobia Esports doing very well. Look at that score. It was a good domination from them, 20 to 9. As we move on to the data over there, I think Xavier has dished out 30% of the team's damage, with Hylos falling behind only by 5%. That's interesting to see. Hylos and Xavier have more than 70% teamfight participation, and red team just lacks damage. Yeah,
Yes.
the beer has 22%. So this is something new for to look at because they need to improve for the next tournament. With
They
that,
definitely need to.
yep, with that, we'll take a short break and come back with the next match that is between, I believe it's between CP9 and Unsung Gangsters. So tune into that in a few moments.
Let's see you guys in a while. Thank you for watching.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to Victory Arena Season 2. We are on day 1 of round 2, and this is the fourth game between CP9 and Unsung Gangsters. So, both the teams have made it past the round 1 and they have played very well. So, with me is going to be Shaurya, my co caster for the today, and I'm Ifrit. So, without any further ado, let's begin with the match.
Yes, I'm excited for this one, Ifrit. Both the sides are looking good. We've seen the previous matches. Both of them have potential. Now let's see the draft. Let's get into it.
Yes, sure. So the first uh, ban from the unsung gangsters is going to determine whether they are going to for a meta ban or it's going to be the respect bans out there. So I think Lucas should be banned because I don't think many people know how to counter it as of now. So
Sir,
let's see what they
what's your
ban.
command? Your team is banning.
I agree with you on the Lucas ban. Yes, we have seen Lucas come out today on the server, but we've been seeing Lucas as a in the advanced server from a pretty while for pretty time now, and I can say that not till now. I don't know who can counter Lucas. Like
Fight! Fight for the Your
he
So
has a
team is
different
banning.
abilities.
yes, it's like a mixture of different heroes, and primarily they have made that hero so that they can bring on maybe a Naruto collab with uh, Lucas acting out as Naruto itself and his beast mode as Kurama.
Your
So
team is
that's the
banning.
intention of Moontown, I guess. After all, they have to print that moolah over there. So with that, we have a Joy
Magic
band from
is
the
my
team Blue
life.
side
Your
and a
team is
Harith, which
banning.
is a very good band from the team CP9.
No, yes, we saw what
Your team is
Harith Hyper
banning.
can do in the first game of Daku Sena. Now, with the Harith buff, the mobility and the attack of Harith is insane.
Yes, and we have a Soyu ban. I think it's going to be a respect ban out there.
Yeah,
And
both the teams have chosen to go for the meta bans. We can see Hilda, Harith, we can see Suyo, Joy, and Fanny. So they both know what they have to do, and they know what combos they're going to use. So they're banning accordingly, which I like.
I completely agree with you, Shaurya. But I think the red team will ban something like a Hylos.
Your
Okay,
team is
I was
picking.
expecting a mage ban out there, maybe a Zuxian or a Sicilian, but they're keeping both of them
Your team
out
is
for the
picking.
play. So Zuxian is being picked. I think red team will pick a Sicilian out there so as to balance out the two mages.
I also believe that Sicilian is going to be picked now by the red team, as they've not banned Zuxin or Sicilian, and that's surprising because we've been seeing them getting continuously banned since a while now. And now we can see the Granger pick from the red side. The first pick is Granger, and he's also a great meta pick, Ifrit. What do you think?
Your team is picking.
Yes, I completely agree with you, Shaurya.
And a Khalid pick as well from the red side, CP9. And what I love about Granger is he's so versatile, and we can see a Ruby and Yuzong picks. So are we gonna see? Are we gonna see? Oh, it's a Chu. It's a
Your
Chu.
team is picking.
So we're gonna see a Chu tank, huh, Ifrit? What do you feel about a Chu tank? Because when a Chu tank comes in front of me against me, I'm a bit scared.
So I have a phobia of Joe, except this is because I have played against Apex so much that his Joe is after my mages. So I know how bad it is for the mages and MMs. So I don't know how they will try to counter it.
Your
Perhaps
team is banning.
a Purify might be in order from the Team Red side. But let's see what they have in their repertoire.
Mhm. And we'll see the fourth ban from CP9. What do you believe it's gonna be, Ifrit?
I think it should be an MM out there, perhaps a Layla or something like a Beatrix, or perhaps even Clint, considering that Clint is the new meta marksman out
Your
there.
team is banning.
Yeah,
But
with that
no,
burst damage, I agree
yes,
with you.
but again, Shaurya, considering
Yeah.
that they have picked a Carmilla, I think they are going to go for the couple pick out there, the Carmilla and Sicilian combo, perhaps.
Yes, that may be their combo
Only
because
love
now
and
Your
oh,
team
they've
is banning.
the blue team have banned Sicilian, which actually, if they were to pick the Sicilian combo, they should have picked Sicilian before Carmilla, I believe, because Sicilian is in the meta and you shouldn't wait for another ban phase.
No, I believe what their thought process would have been is that they have already picked out a mage. Even if they ban a Sicilian, we will have something like a Vexana or a Luo to dish out a lot of damage because that Carmilla's ult is a very good ult for mages, especially AoE mages like Luo, like Vexana, like Aurora, perhaps even.
Mm. Yes, Ifrit. Aurora was on my mind when you were saying that
gaze
combination
upon
with
the
Your
edge
team
of
Carmilla.
the
is
void.
banning.
And we can see a Nolan ban, and that is all from the red side CP9. We can see 5 bans: Nolan, Haya, Hylos, Harith, and
Still
Hilda.
waters run deep.
Your team is picking.
And we have a link banned. So if you see, it's funny out there. They have banned four, five, six hypers. So six hypers are out of the game without even the game starting. So they have a very limited hero pool that they can use as a hyper. So a Bane hyper might be possible. Um, then there are some forgotten hypers, let's say Saber, but I doubt that they will use Saber over here. So we are going to see some unconventional pick, and we might see Alpha as a hyper as well from the Team Red side or from the Team Blue side for that matter.
I completely agree with you. Ifrit Alpha is one game changer. Like he can carry
The
3 to 4
choice
Team
is
is
people
mine.
picking.
in his ulti, and with that true damage, I guess if he's farmed well, no one can counter him. And we can see a Layla pick. You were right, Ifrit. The red team CP9 should have banned the Layla as the range of Layla and that late game damage. Oh, that's unbelievable.
Yes, if you see from the red and blue team side, I think the blue team is pretty well balanced in terms of late, mid, and early game, whereas the red team side is relying heavily on late game at this point.
Yes, the red team, the CP9s are truly going for the mid to late game combo. As the Xavier
Better to
also
be feared than
has
Your
loved.
a
team
very low
is banning.
If
cooldown
you cannot both.
in the mid to late game, and his ulti is really annoying, as we saw in the last game as well.
3,000
So
worlds
the Martis
and
pick
not a
reminded me of
single
Head
worthy
at this
foe.
moment. So Head mentioned it last night that whenever we have seen Martis, except one or two times, the team who picked Martis usually wins. Will it be CP9 who wins this match? Well, let's ask the audience. So whoever is out there, whether CP9 or Team Blue will come out of this alive, do comment that.
Yeah, I mean is the Martis pick is scary. He is safe from all the CC whenever he's in his second. He's using his second skill, and the damage of Martis, especially after that Sky Piercer, is very high.
Agreed with you completely on this point, Shaurya. And don't forget that apart from Martis, they also have a Khalid, which is going to be a lot more scarier than Yuzong because of the simple fact that Khalid has much more mobility. Yuzong has mobility in his ult, but otherwise he's a slow hero.
Welcome to
Mm.
Mobile
Yeah, I mean, you
Legends.
just stun the Yuzong once, and
5
he
seconds
can't
till the enemy
disrupt your
reaches the
backline. But
battlefield. Smash
Khalid,
them.
Khalid is a continuous problem.
All
I mean, you
troops
stun him,
deployed.
and he's gonna come for your backline again and again, unless you have you give him heavy damage.
Yes, Shaurya. So who do you think will win this match, Shaurya?
By the looks of it, I'm gonna go for. I don't know. I'm gonna go for the red side. I don't know why, but that Martis pick
Okay.
in the end, that Martis pick just
Look
convinced
at
me
that
that
poke.
okay.
But I think we'll see the
Uh,
first blood on Khalid, perhaps. No, the Khalid rushes.
Khal-
No, the Zukshin is doing good job at poking and taking out the low HP heroes over here. And look at that Petrify coming at the right time from Yuzong. And we will see another blood from Team some gangsters over there. So Zukshin doing a job properly in the early game. This should provide an early advantage. Look at that goal difference already reaching out the 1K mark.
yes, Ifrit. 1K right now. It's only been a minute, and if they have 1K lead right now, they've started off pretty nice. I mean, look at the Zuxin. He has taken part in both of the kills, and she played a crucial role.
Yes, I agree with you, Shaurya. But I would like to point out the build pathways of each hero. So Zukshin is going for the Sky Piercer. Although Sky Piercer is a crucial build, I believe it should be the second item because that Zukshin needs the mana in the team fights. If the person playing Zukshin is good at mana control, then it's perfectly fine. But we see a team fight again. The Carmilla will face a very bad decision that Zukshin pulls away and we see a kill. And that flicker being used by Zukshin is something that should not have been done. I think she would have escaped either way. That Yuzong with his ult, although he doesn't have a Petrify right now. Oh, he has a Petrify. So that Petrify came at the right moment.
I
And he
mean, what I've
utilized it well.
yes, we can see a team fight, a turtle fight. The blue team have one down. Layla is down. Granger has slain Layla, and but the blue team take the turtle successfully, and we can see that there's a still like 1,000 gold difference, and the red team are still not giving up. But I would like to point out one thing, Ifrit, that the Yuzong rotated in the team fight,
Pretty
but the
well.
Khalid was stayed in his lane. Now I believe that Khalid also should have rotated that time for a fair team fight.
So sure, I see the Khalid rotating. It's just that the Yuzong is creating pressure on Khalid by constantly clearing up the lanes. Whoever clears up the lanes first will have an advantage. See that Zukshin poking out, giving a lot of CC. That was a very bad ult from Granger. He should have just used his first skill and gotten back.
Yes,
We
I
see
completely
another.
agree with you.
That was a very good team fight again from the blue team side, the unsung gangsters, and this will help them to increase the goal lane to almost 2K difference. So this is something bad for the team red side, that's CP19, because the early game is on their side, because the Martis needs the early game farm in order to be useful.
Yes, I agree with you, Ifrit. If you don't give that early game farm to Martis, then he is completely useless because he is the most dominant in the early game. And if you take even that farm from him, he'll be useless till the last minute of the game.
That Granger is being pressured by three people right now, and that Khalid is going over there to kill that Yuzong, but that Yuzong uses her to get away. So that's something that they have to keep in mind, that their Yuzong is poking the team fights inside their own buffs, and this will be another easy lord, sorry, the turtle for team blue side, and I think they're going to go in and get some more kills over here. That Carmilla pops in her ult, but that's not going to be useful, I believe. Look at that damage from Xavier, but
That was actually a
Martis
good
gets
ult
a
from
maniac over
Carmilla.
here. That's a very good comeback from Team Red side. This will help them a lot. That Martis should have some stacks by now. I think he will have 40 stacks on his Sky Piercer, whereas the Zukshin will lose her stacks. I think she had 10 stacks, so it will be down to 7 over there. I think so. Shaurya, I today saw a Yuzong playing with Sky Piercer, and he was dishing out so much damage. By the time we ended the game, it was just 6.5 minutes, and he had 80 stacks. So it was an interesting game out there. So I guess people are finding new ways to use Sky Piercer even after the nerf.
Oh yes, I mean Sky Piercer is a item that you take based
And
on your
sorry to
card,
cut
and we
you
can see a
off,
slain. We can see a slain of Zuxin, and now the red team is coming back.
that Yuzong is all alone except the Cho. So this will be a bad fight for the team blue side. And I think they're panicking, but that Yuzong might get one kill over there. And that Mart is getting the shutdown again, and that unstoppable. And I think this will be the end of it because that Cho has that immunity. But look at that team blues hyper. I think the difference between the hypers is on the showcase over here with 111 score from the team blues Amon, whereas the Martis has caught up and has 511 with 50 stacks and a Thunderbelt stack over there.
And yes, Ifrit, I agree with you that there is a demand. Look at that kill from Granger. He takes out Layla once again, and I guess Eamon is also going to be slain. And yes, Smart has got to him. A very good team fight by the red side. I mean, they're coming back stronger than ever. They're going for the turtle now. They're
That
zoning
that
Chow.
Camila
Uh,
is kiting out that show very well. So they have learned from their mistakes and they have taken the third turtle. Uh, is it the third or the second turtle? I forgot about
this
it.
is the
Uh,
this is the third turtle, Ifrit. Huh.
so that is a very well done job. And the goal difference is now in the favor of the red team side. So they have caught up with the blue team and they're ahead in terms of the kills as well. So this shows that just because your team didn't get a good start, that there is no chance to come back. And we have a team fight in the mid.
And
And
what a team fight. I mean, the Yuzong was poking Zuxin, but now Zuxin is poking the whole red team.
that Amun successfully kills that Xavier from behind. That's something good, but that Granger will get the kill. I'm sorry I said Granger. I think that was Xavier over there. So sure, the team blue is ahead. The team red is ahead in terms of turrets as well now. They have 3 turrets to their name, and that Yuzong and Khalid difference comes to show. The speed difference between the two is affecting the game as well. That
Yeah, I
Khalid
mean,
is
the
coming in
Khalid.
the mid.
Yes, if the Khalid has not participated that much in team fights as compared to Yuzong, and Yuzong was even helping in the purple buff in invading the purple buff. I mean, he was alone invading, and that shows the map awareness, the sensibility.
The Cho gets that blue buff. Unfortunately, that will affect Amun's farm over there. But it's better to have that buff within the team rather than giving it to the enemy. The Lord has spawned. The red team is doing a good job kiting the entire team, but the zoning out is not going to be that efficient without a tank going forward.
Yes, that's true. Carmilla comes forward and they take down Yuzong, Martis, and Carmilla. What a great
I think
initiation.
the major damage came from Granger over there. And this will be a lot that is going to be uncontested, I think, because the Hyper is down taking the red buff.
Yes,
I
and
think the
now they
team
won't.
blue should retreat and not fight over here.
Yes, if it now the blue team will be a bit safe, I guess. They were dominating in the early game. They were dominating a bit, I guess, but now the red team has taken the lead. They are up in the gold lead as well, and I mean, they've taken the turrets. It's looking good for the red team and the Khalid. Look at the Khalid.
Yes, Shaurya. Don't forget that when you have an early game heroes, even if you don't get that early game, sometimes you can make it up in the middle game. Whereas the team blue side doesn't have that much damage, they have to rely on the Layla for a lot. And the
L-
bottom lane, we have a team fight. So the Lord is marching from the top lane with that Granger clearing in with low HP. So
That was a very good initiation from the red side. They know they have a lot coming in, and they slain their tank, Chow, and now they know they can like just enter a fight and not worry about having a tank defending for the blue team. And look at that! Look at that
finally, that Amon gets that Xavier
lane
kill
from
out
Arman.
there.
Yes, that was wonderful, Ifrit.
Look at that Yuzong poking that enemy, getting that CC out there, Zuxin helping out the team, and we have Granger poking him with the first kill. And that, okay, that Zuxin can actually, no, unfortunately, that was out of position. This might be a bad situation for Team Blue. They have only one player defending all three lanes, and the lanes are pretty synced up at the moment.
Do you think they can finish now, Ifrit? Or
No, I don't think, because if you see, the bottom lane turret shield still has shields and the minions have spawned, so it will be a tough battle for, to finish it off. So I think the best course of action is just to retreat, sink the lanes again, take the Lord, and end the team fight in the next. Lord, look at that
100%?
Granger.
Yeah, they should just focus on good positioning around the Lord, and they just have to wait for the blue team to come for the Lord and take a sensible fight and take down their jungler. Is what the
I
best thing is
completely
before the Lord.
agree with you. So if you see on the red team side, both the Sky Piercers have good enough stacks, whereas the team blue having Zuxian and Amun, the Sky Piercer, they are just at 10 stacks. So I think the best course of action for Zuxian would be to sell that and buy something like maybe, let's say, a Winter Truncheon or the Winter Crown that we can help during her ults, and that might waste some ults for the team red side. Look at that zoning out from Carmilla. They are not giving even a single second for the team blue to come and invade that.
Yes, Ifrit, they know where the blue side is going to be coming from. They have been zoning them out since the last turtle, and now look at that. That's a slain from Chow. The red side have Carmilla down, and an initiation from Yuzong. Look at that. He's fearless. He's going. It's 1 versus 4, and the blue side try to follow up. We have a slain of Yuzong, and Granger is also. No, Granger is. Look at that damage from Granger. I mean,
Granger is playing very safe. Look at his score 10-0-7. That speaks volumes over there. He has full 80 stacks. So does Martis. He is going almost to 60 stacks now. So this is going to be a tough match. And Xavier has not shown much skills over here. But with that assist, who can blame him? So the Granger and the Martis are doing their job. And that Khalid is tanking good alongside the Carmilla over out there. So as the team fight progresses and the time progresses, we can see the Layla dishing out damage. She just has to maintain her position.
I 100% agree with you, Ifrit. Once Layla has 3 or 4 items in her bag, no one will even dare to come near her.
Yes, only Xavier can dish out a lot of damage and be far away from her. So that's going to be a choice by Team Red how they're going to fight it out. Look at that Zuxian poking Carmilla out, but
And are we
Carmilla
going to see a
wastes her
team fight
ult.
once again? And look at that initiation, and we have a Chaos lane.
I
The
think we'll
red
have a
team
Juggernaut
lose. The red team
issue out
lose
there.
lose two. The blue team lose two. Are we going to see a slain by Martis?
That Zuxian is doing God's work out there, and I think it's a maniac out there. That Zuxian did a good job, but unfortunately, I think she'll be slain by Martis over here. No, that Zuxian is dealing good amount of damage and keeping herself at a safe distance, and that Vortex did help her out to escape that team fight. Now the Sky Piercer on her side must have some stacks. Yes, 53 stacks. So that's something good for them. And I see that Amon is still not doing as good as the other team's Hyper. So Amun needs to pick up some slack, and that Layla should have damage by now. The only thing is, will she be able to show her skills or not? That Zuxian is doing the tank's work at this moment.
I mean, if Eamon's purple buff has been invaded a lot now, they're trying to prove Eamon to be ineffective. And plus, the positioning of Eamon has not been up to the mark. And can we see another team fight on the red buff of the blue side? And we can see a Layla slain by Khalid. And another
That
slain. We
Amun,
have Xavier slain
that
from the red side.
yes, agreed. And that was a good play by Zuxian, bringing him into the well. This might affect somehow. And that Amun did a good job by taking out their mage over there. So mage coming up with her unstoppable. I think double kill would be in her bag.
And Zukshin has proved to be an asset for the blue team. Unsung Gangsters. That's their name, right?
Yes, unsung gangsters. I think right now the blue team should focus on taking out the minions and maybe pushing one or two lanes so as to distract the enemy. But that Amun using uh, a little of his brain cells over there, not knowing what to do, not calling out their teammates, that was a bad choice considering the level difference as well as. Not the level difference, the farm difference as well as the stack difference of Skypier. So was a bad choice.
Yes, I agree with you, Ifrit. One should know that what he's capable of, and Eamon was not to take that fight.
I think the Yuzong will come in with his ult. Perhaps the vision is good for the uh, Lord over here, and I don't think they will be able to steal that. But that Zuxian is doing good damage over there. Unfortunately, this will be a losing team fight for Team Blue. They will take out the Zuxian, so this will
Look at
be a
that
bad
ult from
fight.
Carmilla. That was an amazing ult from Carmilla, which led to two slains. We have Zuxin and Chow gone down, and the red team have the Lord, and they've taken down two members of the blue team, unsung gangsters. They're planning to end it now. That's what I believe. Let's see.
Look at that Layla coming and dishing out damage, and it was a good decision on her part to push that lane. So they got the one turret, sorry, two turrets out of that lot fight, and that blood wings coming in for Zuxian. So that's a item spike, and we see an item spike on the red team side. Xavier getting that winter crown. So I see two rose gold meteors out there. So that's something that Zuxian will have problem with. So the other team has to, rely on perhaps the Layla now. But considering the performance so far, Layla hasn't been that useful. Look at that
Yes, we
Marcus.
look at that. We're
And we
gonna see a
have a
team
team
fight
fight.
again.
That was a very good ult from Carmilla. But unfortunately, uh, Team Blue didn't respond well over there. And this will be the game over for Team Blue and team that comes up with recall. So we have the team CP9 moving on to the round three of the
Victory!
tournament. Let's see the stats out there, Shaurya, and comment on few things that I noticed throughout the match. So the Zuxian was pretty good, but there was no work done by Amon perhaps, as well as the show kicking in too many tanky heroes. Look at that Leela with 100% of the turret, and I believe that was the one turret that she took. So the team blue side has pretty equal amount of damages dealt by Zuxian, the Yuzong, Layla, and the Amun. The team red side was perfect. They did execute all the things perfectly, with everyone participating close to 60% of the team fights, with the Granger having the highest damage of over 1 lakh damage points. That is 36% of the team. With that, we will be right back after 5 minutes for the next fight. Thank you, and please subscribe to our channel.
Yeah. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you, guys.
Welcome back, guys, to Victory Arena Season 2. We are on the round 2, and this is the day 1. And this is going to be the last game of the day. My name is Headrush, and I'm going to be the caster for this game. Along with me is going to be Ifrit. Hi, Ifrit. How have you been, buddy?
I have been great, but it was a hectic day because of the new season starting, and I've been ranking up. I think I've played like 10 or 12 games by now. So, apart from that, there was a tournament match for myself, as well as we are hosting the tournament. So, casting and managing everything out there. So, I think we're ready. So, we'll start, and I think
Still,
we'll
I
win the
want to take
drafting
this.
phase.
I want to take a moment before we begin the game. In fact, you can begin the game now, but I want to take this moment and I want to appreciate how well you've been multitasking and managing all your tasks. You've been ranking, you've been working, and you've been casting as well at the same time and playing tournaments too. That is commendable, brother. That's off.
That's what happens when you become a team lead in an organization at very young age. So you have to multitask. So those skills are being useful over here because otherwise it's useless over at my company. Sorry to speak.
Certainly, I feel you, brother.
What
So,
do
how
you
was the
think?
day? How were the earlier matches? How were they?
Your team is
They were
banning.
quite good. Unfortunately, there were no DQs out there. Only the first match had some issues with Dakusena um, because the situation, I think it was some
Your team
error
is
in the
banning.
tournament lobby. Apart from that, it was a smooth sailing. So a job well done, I guess. And we have a Joy and a Layla ban. So Layla being banned is something I never thought I would see, but here we are.
Sir, what's
Certainly.
your command? Your team is
So this
banning.
game is between the sperm deficits and
Sun
a
rises when
little
I give the
difficulty
Your
word.
team
pronouncing
is
the other team's
banning.
name. If could you just help me out here?
Team
Fight.
Sanrio. So
Fight for
it's
the
basically the
team
characters
is
of
banning.
Sanrio. I hope you remember that MLBB came out with the Sanrio characters for
The
Claude,
immortal one chose me
Change,
to vanquish
Oh
the
yes,
Angela,
yes,
and
madness
one
yes,
that
yes.
other,
plague this
Florin.
I
Yeah.
world.
do recall now.
So yeah. So we have a let's get back to the draft. So we have a Soyu, Khalid Brand from the team red side, and a Hilda and a Fanny Band from team's blue side. So are they going to pick a Hylos or are they just showing off right now? Head.
Suddenly seems like all showboating right now happening here. They're not going to be going with the high lows right now, or are
So
they?
I think they should because, as I said last game, um, Cho is one. Uh,
Your
let's say
team
not
is
one trick, I
banning.
would say one hero player, right? It can take out one hero at one time. So if he can mark the back lane, then it's all good. Otherwise, it's going to be a difficult situation. And that being that Cho is usually played as a roam these days. So I don't know how they are going to tank the enemy because I'm sure that they will pick a Hylos. And they picked a Hylos over here head.
It was some reverse mind games, reverse strategies happening here. They played a mind game. They showed the high lows, and the other team picks the high lows. They don't want to
Your
miss that
team
out.
is picking.
So Hylos is something of a flex pick, although in this situation it's going to be a tank for sure. And that Terizla going for the EXP lane, and Terizla is tanky even after that nerf that we got a few months back. So Terizla fell off the meta quite nicely. However, when played right, it dishes out a lot of damage, and that was not a good pick from the Team Blue side because that Glue's ulti can actually give Terizla a lot of heal. I don't know what they are thinking out there. Head.
Certainly, as you said that Tesla is falling off the meta recently, I would want to ask you, what do you think this duo can achieve in this game? That Hylos and Tesla, what do you think? How are they going to be performing?
Among the
Tesla being out
planes
of the meta, but
exists a
with
Your team
Hylos, I
is
human
think it's a
picking.
game
which
changer.
I was made for.
Certainly, Head. The reason for that is that Terizla's ulti, the binding chains, as well as the glorious pathway, and the Hilo second skill can dish out a
Your
lot of
team is
damage.
banning.
And combined with that alpha, I think this is going to be interesting. And I do remember, oh wait, I remember the first match of Team Sanrio somehow. So I think they used the glue
I've
in
been
that match
waiting
Your
for
as
this
well,
team
and
is
that
moment.
glue
banning.
was going in like 4v5 and 5v1. and he was doing very good job. He was zoning out enemies, killing people left and right. And we have a Harith ban, which is another respectable ban considering the patch note right now.
Certainly, Harith is actually a force to be reckoned with. That Harith and that carry, both of them are dominating the gold lane.
Yes, yes, head. And I would like to point out here that they have picked Eve, the team blue, but they should have prioritized um, carry over there because they had two tanky heroes and they picked Alpha before they picked Eve. So I think they should have gone for that carry in order to counter them.
Even when all is
Certainly, well mentioned. Probably Team Blue missed that out. Let's see how are they going to be countering this now.
Yes, and considering that we are commenting on them because of a third person perspective, and when we are in a situation, we might, you know, hastily do certain things because of the time and the clock that ticks at the top.
Certainly, it is a lot of pressure when you're playing tournament, and especially Victory Arena Season 2. You are already in the round 2. The competition is getting tougher and tougher as the days go by.
Yes, head, and we have a Granger and maybe a Nolan pick. So Granger is quite good pick out there because he can melt all of the above heroes that the Team Red have picked if played right. But Nolan, I'm not so sure. He can target the backlane, but can he dish out enough damage to take out Hylos or a Terizla out there?
Let's see how as the game unfolds.
And what will be the last pick from the Team Red side? Any guesses, head?
Team Red desperately needs a marksman in their lineup at the moment. Um, there are a lot of good marksmen open right now. Iritil may be one of them as well.
Yes, head. Now that you have pointed out, I would like to remind you that the Granger pick person, the Aeroshinki guy, showed Irithel at first and then picked a Granger. But no, it's going to be that M6 skin Claude over here. So this is going to be
Certainly,
interesting.
certainly, I really love a Claude Vengeance combo together happening. It's just when it's paired really well with the ultimate, and it is a very impactful hero along with that Vengeance spell in the team fights.
I don't think he's going for the vengeance right now, at
He's
least.
going for the Purify. That
That
is because of the
purify is
Chow
for
here.
the Chow, yes. And head, I would also like to see that. Yes, he uses that Team Sanrio skin over there, taunting the enemy. See, your name might be Team Sanrio, but I am using the Team Sanrio character out there.
So, as we're just going to point out that Fade, that Claude Marksman, has changed the spell yet again. He's onto Flicker now.
I don't know if the flicker is the right move out there, but maybe he has some point because Nolan can mark him very easily, but he has two dashes now. First being the Dexter and the second being the flicker that he is currently using as a spell.
Certainly, we are now underway with the last game of the round 2, guys. Let's see how it goes. We're up for an exciting match.
Yes, said both the teams are starting with their EXP side of the buff, the blue and the red buff, uh, respectively for each of the teams. And I think the whoever clears the uh, lanes or the minions first will have an advantage over here as they can invade.
Certainly, we see that Hylos trying to poke, but that Chow is there holding the ground.
Agreed, head,
And
and see that
just have a
blue.
look at the items right now. If I'm just going to cut you down, blue team has not picked up a roaming gear yet. Is that a
But
mistake?
head, see that damage out there. They are invading the Hylos, Vexana, and Alpha combo is helping them out. And I think the team red will take that blue
Yes,
buff
yes, they
because of
have
that
secured that blue
victory.
buff. Alpha
Yes,
using that retribution for that.
but this leaves him open for invade. But I think the team blue will not invade considering that Fredrin is lacking behind right now.
I just want to correct you. We don't have a Fredrin in this game, Ifrit.
Oh, sorry.
Um,
I meant that Nolan. that Nolan looks like a Fedrin with that weird skin of his.
Certainly, the skins are confusing. We've all been through that. And instead, they have still not rectified their mistake as of now. Glue has bought the boots, and so did Chow, and they've not bought a roaming gear yet. They are going to be losing out on gold.
Yes, and it will impact them a lot. Till now, they are not because they got the first blood. I think this will help them out. Uh, but I think the EXP laner got that kill, right? I think the glue got that kill.
Certainly, the glue did get that kill, but we're still not sure if the glue is the XP laner or is the Chow.
And that Chow helping out Eve out there, but the Nolan will be taken down, unfortunately. That glue going in 1v5 at 1v4 at the moment. That glue has done that in the past game as well. He is pretty confident with that, but the E will be taken down, and that glue is trying to dish out damage, but he will have no way to run.
See, just have a look at the map. Just have a look at the stats at the moment. That first kill that gave them that small advantage of 500, 400 gold is now gone. Team Red is leading by more than 1,000 gold advantage at the moment, and it is all because of that roaming gear.
I think the Chow just
Now
bought
the
that
Chow
roaming
has
gear.
just bought it. Yes, if he did buy it, the mistake is noticed by the blue side.
Yes, that impacted them with the gold sharing as well as the EXP sharing between the mage and the tank over there. And that Alpha is
I have a
invading the buff.
feeling at the moment, Ifrit, that these guys planned it and that was an intentional move. But I still don't
Hmm.
understand the thought behind that.
I think it would help the Cho to get to level 2 faster and use those dashes quickly so as to help the team. And see that Nolan dishing out so much damage to that mage and killing him. But that Alpha coming at the right moment. But the Nolan goes away with the dashes that he has, but the Claude caught him.
This is turning out to be an exciting fight right now. Both the teams are going super aggressive at the moment.
Yes, and that glue is going to be the game changer because of how he is playing. He has a lot of confidence, and I like that.
Certainly, I see the confidence in Clue. He is leaving his lane. He's participating in all the fights. In fact, he is the one who is initiating most of the fights happening right here.
Yes, and it's a wise choice. And see that in mid lane, the Eve gets taken down by the Alpha, and I think they are in a good position to take the Lord. But look at that Nolan's position trying to steal that Lord. Will he be able to know the Hylos is going
The
behind?
prey
But he
is
doesn't.
trying to
Oh,
be
he
the
gets the
predator
hook
at the moment.
finally.
Can he be the predator? You know, he misses that retribution fight.
Look at that glue, and that Alpha misses his ult, but that slow comes in effect, and that
He might
Vixana's
get that. They get that clue. Oh, that
Vixana's ult
Vexana stun
connected
was
over
on
there.
point.
Yes, and that Cho is going to initiate maybe? No. That was a wise decision from Cho because using his skill on a tank is going to be useless without a follow up. Look at that, they are coming for invade, but unfortunately the blue team will get the buff over there.
We're going to be
That
seeing
Terrace
an
Light is
item
cutting the
spike
lane.
happening anytime soon on the both this sides.
I think the Eve might get her first item. So will the um, mage of the other team, that Vixana. And we have a team fight in the mid lane. Look at that damage from Vixana, but that the Alpha utilizes his skills wrong at that moment. Will it cost him? I think it will cost him because the glue will have his ult on him. And see that glue. This will result in his death.
You exhausted. I am actually turning out to be a fan of yours. The way you're playing, it is commendable. I want to take this moment and appreciate this Glue's gameplay. I'm really inspired the way he's playing. That super aggressive nature, brings out a really good show for our viewers as well.
Yes, on the top lane, if you can see, the Granger is having some problems, but he's holding on pretty well at the moment. And
So
both
the
teams have
Granger
not
is
used a Sky Piercer by now. I
that's
thought,
what I was going to point out. The Granger has not built the Sky Pierce as the first item and is not even going for it as the second item.
I think that's a wise decision, considering that he is planning to join the team finds after he has gotten his core items, and Sky Piercer is not doing any good at the moment because of the tankiness of the enemy side. Look at that Eve again being ganked, but that was a very good flicker. But I don't think the ult should have been popped over there.
It would have been more impactful for the turtle. Now they
Agreed.
lose the high ground for the turtle. They are at a bad positioning.
And
And
that
that
Granger
danger
Pet,
secures that kill of the Claude as
yes.
well.
Look at that glue being melted out by Vexana and Alpha over there. The Vexana did give a lot of CC to glue. Unfortunately, glue is not able to hold on properly.
Certainly.
So Eve has her first item, that is the glowing wand over there, and Granger have endless battle. So I think the Vixana is going for maybe glowing wand as well, or it might be genius wand. Depends on what
Have a
they are
look at that
planning to
alpha
do.
positioning, that Nolan entering there without knowing that Terizla pops his ultimate without noticing that Alpha is going to be using his ultimate at the same time. That was really bad communication from both of them. They could have easily secured that Nolan's kill.
I think that's where map awareness comes into play. Look at that Alpha trying to get that turret and he secures it. And I think they will invade the blue buff of the Nolan, which will impact his mana consumption. And perhaps Team Blue will face the brunt in the mid game. Well, technically it's already. Oh, that gang is super good, but that Nolan goes away. The Chow also flickers, but I think he will die out there. Eve should stop her ult. That was a late ult stopping from Eve. It will cost them much. That Blue cannot hold on, I think, and it will be a wise decision to just go away.
There is going to be a gank happening at the Granger now in the gold lane. The Granger was wise enough. He saw the vision. He is now trying to escape. That was a
Yes,
successful escape for his side.
look at that Nolan trying to invade the enemy's blue buff since he didn't get his buff over there. That's a
He's going
wise
to successfully
decision.
get that blue buff. Alpha completely ignored his side of the buff. He went the gank, and that gank was unsuccessful. However, they did secure that turret.
Terizla is cutting the lanes. I think the Nolan should cut the lane as well over there.
Yeah, Nolan is out of position at the moment. He's missing out on the Lord at the moment.
Yes, and this will be an easy lot for the Team Red side. So sperm deficits are doing good job over here. Let's see. I think from the red team side, the MVP would be Alpha or Vexana. What say you, Head?
Certainly, I feel the Alpha is much more at the position of getting the MVP position just because of those stats. He has got 3 objectives. He has secured 5 kills along with 3 assists and only 1 death. On the other hand, that Nolan is on 1 kill, 0 objectives, and 2 deaths already. He's got two
That was a
assists.
good
But the
ult
game
for-
is going towards the end. I have a feeling Team Red is dominating at the moment. They are marching in with the Lord in the mid lane. Look at that. The glorious pathway just being popped in, and we're just going to see a kill happening right there. The Eve goes down.
The shutdown was necessary from Team Blue side. They will successfully defend the Lord, but then Nolan will be taken down from by Vexana. So this is a not a fair trade at this moment, but they at least successfully defend the turrets as of now.
At this moment, I feel Team Red should be focusing on the pushing aspect of the game rather than ganking and getting the kills. They are at a stronger position on the map right now. They
Look
are
at that.
dominant.
Look at that. Vexana's damage, and it's all because of Glue's ulti. So he is getting that damage because of that ulti. I think they should have not picked Glue over here, but I think Blue Exorcist is much more comfortable playing Glue as an EXP laner.
Certainly. He is trying his level best at the moment. He was performing better in the early on game, but now the story is a little different.
Yes, and the story is different because in tournaments you cannot rely on your comfort picks. You have to pick something that counters the enemy. And looking at the teams, you have to understand that Team Blue doesn't have a lot of CC, and whereas the Team Red is filled with those. Hylo's stun, Terizla's ulti, Alpha's airborne in his ulti, Vixana obviously with her first and ultimate. Only the Claw doesn't have that CC, but then they make up for that with other things.
Sadly, if it is. It
Eve's
is
ulti
turning out
was
to be a
good.
one-sided fight at the moment right now. The score is at 5-14. The farm difference is at the 5K mark at the moment. We are on the 12th minute mark, and I hope to see the blue side coming up with a comeback. I really want to
I
see that happening.
I think it will be very difficult given the situation right now. Although the goal difference is not much, in my opinion, that is. But
It is
the
recoverable.
no.
It is not that much. They can make it out of it only if they communicate well.
Okay, okay, head. And I think I see the problem now. The Cho is getting his second item right now, whereas the Hylos is already on his third. Well, technically, he has built that mana item from um what do you say, Clock of Destiny.
Certainly, certainly.
Look at that glorious pathway. The Eve's pop, the ult, but it was not as effective, though it forces the Vexana to go away. That blue has to escape over here, and he successfully does it.
This is nearby almost a perfect game for this alpha happening right here. All
Monster
of the
kill.
things are playing in his favor at the moment. Look at
And
that
look at it.
plot. Oh my god, that was a bold move. Yeah, and he was successful to push the enemy towards their base. And this gave their team the moment to zone them out even further and push that turret in. And we're going for an end at the moment. And Team Red secures that win with that glorious
Yes, head.
pathway leading to a glorious win.
Victory.
Agreed. That was a very good note that you had there, head. I think you have been practicing how to cast recently. So let's go back to the stats over here. I think the Vexana has a lot of damage. So has the okay, Terizla coming in with the 20% damage and Alpha with 28%. On the team blue side, I think uh the okay, has this been flipped right now? Yes, I think this has been flipped. Okay. So
It certainly
well,
got flipped. And
that
it got a
confused
little
me.
confusing for us at the moment.
Yes. So Eve did dish out a lot of damage, but overall damage was too low for the team blue to make it any different. So with that, it's a wrap. We will continue with the games tomorrow for the round two, day two. We will have 6 matches, and let's see how that pans out for the other teams.
Before leaving, before ending this game, I would like to request all our viewers to just hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends. It means a lot for us. All the organizers, the casters, the moderators, they're all putting in a lot of effort, along with every player playing in this tournament. They're doing their homework and they're coming all prepared. So, that is a small motivation for us. In fact, a huge motivation for us. A small effort from your end.